All reactions in this program are improvised and have not been rehearsed. Portions of said reactions not affecting the outcome have been edited and/or recreated. Warning, this is what years of being a pack rat will do to you.
And now it's time for What's on this tape? For almost 20 years, I've had over 400 VHS tapes sitting in boxes, gathering dust. But enough is enough. Now it's time to do some spring cleaning. Right here, I've got a box of 20 tapes with no labels. It's a complete mystery what's on them. Until now. So join me as I finally find out what's on this tape. 14.
Okay, this doesn't have sound, but it looks like it's an amalgamation of a bunch of jazz film clips. I think this must be some kind of rear projection for some event, some art gallery event. Because, since it doesn't have any sound, it's only meant to be, projected onto some screen as part of a decoration. All right, 24 minutes in, it's still the same kind of thing. Looks like it's just artsy collage or something. Yeah, this was definitely meant for an art gallery. Pass the Grey Goose. Okay, I'll admit that there's some cool effects here. And we're back to the jazz. There's Louis. Wow, so that was like an hour and 37 minutes of, screensaver or whatever. But this looks like, something taped off TV. With a bad antenna signal, of course. The Jamie Kennedy experiment. I hate his guts. In the late 2000s, Comedy Central was showing the hell out of Malibu's Most Wanted. It's like, why didn't he just admit that was flat out a stab at Eminem? Now what show is this? Smallville? I have no idea. Maybe YouTube's copyright bots will be able to detect it. They did detect a clip of Quantum Leap, but didn't take the video down. Thank you. So that tape is about 2 hours and 2 minutes, and it contains, artsy projection and a very blurry antenna recording of a WB show that I can't identify, probably Smallville. Anyway, let's move on to the next one.
15.
All right, so I believe that's Lisa Marie Presley being interviewed. Let's see how much that is. All right, so now we're 37 minutes into the tape, and now we're on an episode of some Fox drama. I'm not sure what this one is, but that guy looks really familiar. I want to say it's Jerry O'Connell, but I know it's probably not. Go a little further. So this is the Brian the Bachelor episode of Family Guy, I think. Yeah, that was back in 2005. American Dad, the first memorable season. Of course, it got better and better over the years, but anyway, that show was The OC. And it looks like there's another episode now. Let's see if it's complete. And yeah, there's no credits, but otherwise, yeah, that episode is complete. Wow, they were still showing Got Milk commercials then? Those are always so sad.
Now it looks like we've got some real-life drama here on Dr. Phil. And yeah, this is after KRON separated from NBC.
Okay, so 2 hours, 56 minutes into the tape. Now we've got some news, a developing story. BART Workers United. Yeah, they're just saying, give us more money. Looks like we got more work to do. Vitamin C and colds. Baby gender test. I guess the Hormones determine that. And the War on Terror and the 7-day forecast. But here we've got some CBS stuff now. Yeah, it looks like it's the same news we just saw on KRON. And it looks like we've got the exact same news on KQED 9. Only this time, Charlie Rose is talking about it with some experts. And apparently there's also some other show called Globe Trekker. I think I saw a bit of this on another tape. All right, about 4.5 hours into the tape, looks like we've got a Giants game versus the Arizona D-Bags. Boring. Okay, we got Seinfeld, also on KTVU. All right, and now we've got, I guess this is another Charlie Rose interview, this time with Bono from U2. Okay, and now we're just seeing the remainder of something that was recorded over. Yeah, because nothing's riskier than parachuting, huh? Okay, I see there's some ABC stuff here. I think it's 2020. Oh. Ugh, Kanye. This is before he lost his mind. Or maybe after, who knows? All right, there's Paul. Yeah, I checked this out a little bit earlier. It's The Long and Winding Road, followed by the Hey Jude chorus. I mean, this footage is probably available in better quality somewhere. It's called Live 8. That's the title of the concert. But anyway, this tape runs for about 6 hours and 8 minutes. And now that we've exhausted it, we'll move on to the next one.
16.
Okay, looks like we're on NHK World. I wonder what year this is. You know, if the last tape was any indication, you know, since the closed captioning is burned in, it's probably 2015. Uh-oh. The signal is going out. And now there's no signal. And about 13 minutes into the tape, there's still no signal. Okay. Yep, looks like it's coming back. There we go. The picture rebuilt itself. Okay, now it looks like we're on a gardening program. About the history of Japanese gardening with emperors and whatnot. All right, now we are an hour into the tape, and we are still on NHK World. At about an hour and 41 minutes into the tape, there is the 2016 Stanley Cup playoff, which I don't want to show here because the bots might detect it. Okay, now 4 hours, 46 minutes into the tape, we're coming into some KPIX5 CBS News. Wow, this is about a funnel cloud forming in Casmen, Oklahoma? Or I can't read that. Okay, and now we are back on NHK World. We've got the weather report here. Now it looks like we got a cooking show. Some nice animation there. Dining with the chef. Okay. Let's see how long this goes for. All right, that's the end of that tape. That was about 5 hours and 17 minutes. On to the next one, as they say.
17.
All right, so looks like we've got something from the Travel Channel. It looks like this show is called Passport to Europe. All right, so we got a date of 2006 in Roman numerals. Ooh, inappropriate for some viewers. Oh! All right, we're about 34 minutes into the tape. All right, now we've got inappropriate content. Oh! Anthony Bourdain, no reservations. The late Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, he was quite a personality. Influenced a lot of people. Yeah, I suppose his last act of kindness was keeping the conversation going about mental health and the S word. All right, we're about an hour and 5 minutes into the tape, and we've still got Bourdain here. I always thought he was on the Food Network, but Yeah, I guess he had like many avenues. Okay, looks like we got more NHK World from Japan. Wonder what show this is. Car going over bridge. A reed boat. A volcano maybe. Oh, begin Japanology. Originally aired in March of 2013. Okay. Nice, and it looks like the episode is complete. And coming up next, it looks like we have Newsline. Albeit just a fragment of a few minutes. Haha, that's a neat logo. Alright, and now next is Dining with the Chef. Let's see if that's complete. And it is indeed the complete half-hour program. Ice cream. That looks neat. Okay, we've got Newsline next again. Of course, it was just another fragment. But this, I believe, is, like the Oscars. Yeah, that's definitely an Oscar statue. And it looks like we got Neil Patrick Harris, opening a very secret, briefcase with top secret info. What does it say? It's too blurry for me to read. Maybe I'll look it up on YouTube. Okay, so that was just a small fragment of the Oscars. And it recorded over something. Let's see what it recorded over. That's, some neat stop motion. Come on, adjust, tracking, adjust. Ah, there we go. What immediately followed after this commercial break was an almost complete recording of the Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary special from 2015. In order to avoid getting a copyright strike, I am going to skip over that part. Okay, we've got some KNTV news here, and it looks like Mr. Rohypnol has been canceled. Okay, now it looks like this tape might be over. Whoop. Secret recording is coming out. Tiger Wheaties. Now, what does this kid have to do with the stock exchange? Aha! NBC News. Decision 2000. Battle for the White House. Yeah, we all know how that went. Okay, and it looks like we've got an hour's worth of MSNBC fragments of the, news about the Florida recount. But like I said, we all know how that went, so let's just move on to the next tape, okay? Alright, looks like this tape begins with Friends, which I'm not into, but I'm gonna go forward and inspect it. Okay, looking through the commercials. November 14th, so this is from around October or November. Ooh, Mismatch and Average Joe. All right, so coming up after Friends, it's Scrubs, and then Will and Grace. Ooh, James Earl Jones. And then Coupling. 2003. Okay, still going through commercials. Amusing looking ad for Milano. Verizon Wireless, FedEx, Lowe's. Friends is over, and unfortunately there were no SNL promos during the commercials of that. But now we're on to Scrubs. Yeah, every time I get one of these tapes, recordings of NBC primetime, yeah, I like to check it for possible SNL promos, which is what I'm doing with this tape. Excedrin, Always, Maybelline, Horizon. Oh, Scrubs is over. Action News 8. This is from around where I grew up, Santa Cruz County. And now we are at the beginning of Will and Grace. Oh, and Fear Factor, I watched maybe a half hour. TGI Fridays, Don't know what movie that was. Radio Music Awards. Average Joe. James Earl Jones. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Okay, Gil played, I think. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Old Navy. McDonald's. Music Awards. Mismatch. Comcast Cable. Monterey Fairgrounds. Mike Myers. Absolute Crap Movie. Okay, City. Finding Nemo. KFC, I think. Oh, no, Wendy's. Tylenol Sinus. Pantene. Music Awards. Oh. Looks like Will and Grace is over. And now we're into coupling. Matrix Revolutions. Real Men Genius. Bud Light. Average Joe. Okay, AT&T. McDonald's. Music Awards. ER. Action News 8. KFC. Dr. Phil. Chevy Malibu. Indiana Jones. Finding Nemo again. Burlington. Fear Factor. And coupling is over. And it looks like ER is starting. Shifts happen. That's a funny title. And unfortunately, that's the end of that tape. 2 hours, 4 minutes, SP mode. It doesn't have any SNL promos, but it does have a complete 2-hour primetime block on NBC, KSBW, including Friends, Scrubs, Will and Grace, and Coupling, which is actually a US adaptation of a UK show, but the US adaptation definitely didn't last very long. So, if you're interested in that, just follow the link in the description. Now let's move on to the next one. 19! Yeah, I know this has the number 17 on it, but it's number 19 in the pile. Big deal.
Dreaming of the gold, the 10,000-meter goal. Meanwhile, he trains and adds Z-Back.
So, this tape is extremely snowy. So, all I know is that it seems to have been recorded in 1984 during the Olympics. So, let's see what happens when I put it through the Geneva PF740 videotape cleaner. And here's what it looks like after.
Young Olympic hopeful, dreaming of the gold, the 10,000-meter goal. Meanwhile, he trains and adds Z-Back to his diet. Z-Back is safe.
And it doesn't look much different from the previous result, so I think it's just a problem with the tape. John Madden, the big blowhard. Yeah, he seemed kind of awkward hosting SNL back in 1982. I can only imagine what Jennifer Holliday thought while he was telling that story about the football player who went fishing in the toilet for $1 bill or something. Ah, the PJs. Yeah, this is a pretty cool show. I kind of think it's the closest thing we'll get to a reboot of the George Pal Puppetoons. Oh, Mr. Magoo. So, is this new animation or footage from an old cartoon? There's Yogi. There's Olive, probably from a King Features cartoon. Oh, and there's Droopy from Dumb Hounded. Fred Flintstone. Yeah. Whole amalgamation of, Cartoon Network. And it looks like we are in the middle of Super Bowl XXX111. That's 33 in Roman numerals. And it looks like we've got a Reservoir Dogs homage in this commercial. Yeah, that's the reason anybody watches the Super Bowl these days. It's for the commercials. Oh, I see. Reservoir Dogs meets Jerry Maguire. All in the name of promoting Pepsi One. Oh, yeah, this is why I scan these tapes, because occasionally we get rare clips like this. Because this isn't from an episode. It's, something that's a special promo done for the Super Bowl itself. And, we don't get extras like that on the DVDs. Or maybe we do. I think it's been a while since I've seen the Season 2 DVD. Okay, so that was 3 hours, 47 minutes of Super Bowl 33. And now it looks like we've got something completely different. Something from PAX. That was like one of the cheap over-the-air channels that usually came in pretty fuzzy or pretty clear, depending on the weather, I suppose. Now it looks like we're channel surfing, because I just saw Paul Rudd, and now I'm seeing a little bit of 60 Minutes, some KRON4 news. Whoa, that tape literally ended with a bang. And that, my friends, concludes the second box of 20 tapes that I have just gone through, and I'm ready to give away. And if you want to know how to get them, just look at the link in the description. So, until the next set of tapes, adios, muchachos.
Stay tuned for the next episode of What's on This Tape, where even more hidden content will be revealed.